Wasn't something I said. Maybe the thousand something after I said it finally clicked. The hopes and dreams of the world are placed on your back, and I was the welcome mat, the welcome in, the new when they would live like they was lit inside a part of chest. It's what you so. I was like Urkel, dog. I was like this hurt alone, the hurt be gone, because then the LB would have done his job for once and then need even to be brought up. I said some sweet that I put in the form of some talk, like a formula, dog. I'm not gonna be pissed off. I knew that was the way it had to go, and if not, I would have ate myself like an astronaut with a hose in a spot. Then y'all would have been the hoses that I thought. Like, I'm not even Canadian, dog. Slow-mo epic with full flows of when this epic would go, and then there would have been an epilogue of yours, or maybe something I wrote in a magazine that you fold when you go and use when you were full and now you were no. Like, you needed to release the crack, and if your crap was what you called it like I saw it. I don't give a fuck if it puts you off your T-type stuff, because then it wouldn't have been the offering for God that I wish that I ought to have said, and I not for your peaceful heads that I would hold back a piece of this, or a piece of me be dead. Piece of Moby Dick, yeah, we'll start at the fair type shit. This is a fair that lives, you paid the fair type shit. And that was the fairest. Like, I had some blonde where you didn't see it all. Like, those drapes don't match the rock. I'm glad I said what I did when I did, even though they were clocked motherfuckers who didn't deserve a fucking syllable from off my lips. Holy smokes, is he mad? I don't know. Like, emotions go like the roller coaster when I put my stars or ducks in a row for this show that has to go, when they said shows to go, because then I would have said to the person who saw ghosts, waiting to applause the show after it starts and stuff. Waiting to get the star like I'm the sheriff at Todd. And Todd has done struck the drop, so it rips on top. So some new skin I need from y'all. Who's gonna raise the palm? Who's gonna be the best when they gone, and how they left type stuff? And we would have sang songs for you, dog. You won't be quickly forgot. It's what you care about the most. Opinions, huh? Even when you're in something cold. Ever got the pot? It's deposited like a deposit slip. I would have said something if I didn't dwell so on what just happened. I guess I'm normal. I guess I'm beyond bad. Fact or fiction, take your pick on this. Next, it's just an instrument. Or maybe a trunk from an elephant. Maybe a trumpet, now out of it. Then that'd be the cold and the aqua lift of the aqueduct. I would have taken a left instead of right with step, and then I'm right in line where I should have been type shit. Even though I wish I could change the past, but if I did, everything spontaneously combust. Because I'm important, dog. And y'all is important, frog. That shouldn't be natural or calm, because then I could have called the season. It'll be okay, I said, to a leaf after you leave type thing. And that would have been Cinderella's to get some slippers. She can remember the way that it went. Was that a dream? Somebody pinched me, the skin I keep, and then I could have skinned you all while you slept. So you wake up, oh no, I'm bald, like Steve Harvey. So say a joke and make it start and never stop, and then part of y'all would be gone if you would have laughed at the garden. Then you found out later on that why they laughed was something else. It wasn't a hole full of what glowed. I got a half a bowl full of these Cheerios from the box that was old, covered with mold, but I wouldn't know. Y'all fixed it up, then hand it to me type shit. You gotta hand it to me with this, or maybe you don't. Maybe y'all need to jump off a cliff before you heard the first fucking thing that I said. And that would have been a long sleep with disease that would have left, and disease would have been dead, because these with your flesh. At least with these that I ripped, at least with this rope that was big, if you measured it like how long it was, like that was the boat, I guess, and those are the bows that break when you hit on your way down, bro, because then I would have sit by and had a big smile. Can't change my mind. All it needed was one. It's hard to find stuff. Yellow sperm to get some more of this permanent that would stick to the side of a cave, so later on could get how they live. Won't you take a snake and let it bite where it would drip the venom it can? Then I would have been invented some spot on talk, a pat on the back. That sucks, I have to give the spot on to myself, and my arm doesn't twist like that. So what the fox, with the fox, fall on the fox walks. Objects that twist and combine with the next, and then it's hard to find type shit. I guess it's just something northwest is fucking inside of me every time that I rip. Though I would have been Mo, and yo would ever know, and doesn't matter where I was grown type stuff, it's just pulled from the soul. Some of this I had more soul than yours, and my soul meant more even if it was more small than yours. And y'all just smell like I'm finally starting to get the whiff. Like I gotta come back to reality sometime type shit. And sometime was this. This I will know. Not sad. Wouldn't change a thing though. I would have more hug and high five I get from everyone. But I can't have bold type stuff, and I'm too bold to stop, so I need to be Baltic by all the properties that in this flow will give you a shock, and you ain't standing even close to the wall with no water on the flow, so what the fuck was going on? Such this stuff you gotta have, and then I stuff your lunchbox with a bunch of stuff that make you sick. And I give in glimpse a crystal ball, but just for sick, like it ran out for batteries and shit, and I'm not wasting this. Won't I just go for your wasted shit, so my alien could get inside and just straight for a sec, and then it could hop out different from when it went in, and then my whip would have done a magic trick with a little wand and more of a flip of a wrist. This mode, I'ma arrest your heart and never give it back. Behind some bars is a place where it belongs. It needs to be studied along with some lab coats that I hired, like I put them on the bank, bro. Yeah, I'll get you, it's in the middle type stuff. If I say so, myself. The matador with Mo. Adorable, it sucks. Lost the cast off was part of the trade-off in this talk that would grow like a tiger's talk, but how long would it go? I guess it took a limbo bar to know. Bar to know. Bar to know. Bar to know. Skig is the complex, I guess. That's why they want to stop me at every twist and bit. Maybe I should just switch that shit. Does anybody have a marker that's permanent enough? And then if I place it permanently to my stuff, y'all would back up with your attempts. The silly dog. If you wanted to stop me, you should have done it a while ago. It's way too late. It's just marking how you messed up. You just bring it back to forefront of the memory on top, but when your neck would have stopped, how you really messed up by not taking that opportunity at all. If y'all should have invested some time in that to get him when it stunt its growth, and then I might have not grown like so from my fucking throat. So it's your fucking fault. Boom. TWA, that's fucking right.